Next up, at UFC Austin, we have Wellington Turman taking on Jared Gooden. Wellington Turman, 18-7 overall, 2-3 in his last 5. He's coming off back-to-back decision loss. He's taking on Jared Gooden, 22-9 overall, 3-2 in his last 5. He's coming off that short notice loss to Carlton Harris, which, if you remember, was his big UFC return after getting cut. This is an interesting fight. The line is interesting as well, because I do think Wellington Turman should be a favorite. I think the opening odds were probably where this fight should have been, minus 145. Now he's sitting at minus 187, almost minus 190. I get it. He should be the much better fighter everywhere, right? Wellington Turman, we know he's a solid grappler. He's very slick on the ground. He's always looking to sweep or submit. His striking is not powerful, but we have seen moments where it looked very good. It looked clean. It looked technical. Like when he fought Andre Petrosky, striking looked amazing. He lost that fight because of the wrestling, but his striking looked amazing in that fight. And then next fight out, it's like, where is the striking? Randy Brown lit his ass up. That striking wasn't there anymore. What is the face you're making? I'm wrong? He beat up Randy Brown?
I thought he won that fight.
Okay. And then he's taking on Jared Gooden, who's fast, athletic, explosive. He's got power. He's got takedowns. He's not great anywhere, but he's decent everywhere. He's well-rounded. He can be dangerous. But he's had a bit of a rough go in the UFC. He went 1-for-3. He was cut. Then went 4-1 on the regional scene, then short notice fight, and then he was taken down 5 times. Wellington Turman, almost 2-1 favorite on paper, just seems wide. He's a very inconsistent guy. And you want to say I think he won his last fight? Fine. Go ahead, believe that.
96-78 total strikes.
Okay, congrats. You want to think, not significant strikes, though, total strikes with just some nonsense jab he kept pumping.
Well, 64-55 significant strikes.
Oh, okay. Big gap. Big gap. Anyway, point being, he's inconsistent. He's not the type of guy I can trust with my money. I'm picking Wellington Turman to win this fight.
Oh.
But he's not a guy that is like proven time and time again that you know what he's going to do. He'll look amazing, then he won't. He'll shoot takedowns, then he won't. Like, I can't necessarily trust him with my money. He feels like a parlay buster. You know, the odds aren't crazy at minus 187, and I may do something. But for now, I do think Wellington Turman wins. Jared Gooden, while he is talented and is dangerous, has also shown us that he's not winning. So I think Wellington Turman's a win. I think he's the pick, but he's a little inconsistent for me, and this is a card full of inconsistent people, so I guess you got to find your spots. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, Jared Gooden is there's a reason why he was not the UFC. He is not a UFC level guy. I mean, he can win fights because he does have power, but I mean, everyone is going to have power kind of at that 170 division that kind of swings like him, because I mean, he will just stand in front of you with his hands at his knees and just try to throw these wild overhand rights. That's basically all he does. I mean, that literally is basically all he does. And the thing that makes me cautious about Wellington, because I'm all over Wellington, I do have money on Wellington, is the fact that he does have power and Wellington can't get chin. So there is a 1 + 1 could equal 2 situation. But Wellington, since Alex Pereira has been in that camp up there in Danbury, Connecticut, with Glover Teixeira in that gym, you can see that has really, really kind of shaved off onto Wellington. Wellington, when he strikes now, is basically like the little brother of Alex Pereira. Obviously, he's not on that level because he hasn't been doing it for 15, 20 years, but he throws the same type of strikes. The kicks, those leg kicks that Alex Pereira throws, Wellington throws those exact same ones, almost in the exact same style. So you can see the striking has come a long way with Wellington. And I thought that he looked good against Randy Brown. I actually thought he won that fight. He won the 3rd round. I thought he won the 1st round of that fight. I watched it back. I thought he looked pretty good against a long, rangy, powerful guy in Randy Brown. Jared Gooden's not long. He's not rangy. He doesn't use his range. He comes in with telegraph big overhand rights. If Wellington can avoid those big shots, he should be able to pick this dude apart. You saw him start to pick up the pace against Randy, won that 3rd round pretty convincingly. I think he can do the same thing here. Jared Gooden, I know that was super short notice in his last fight, but he looked pretty out of shape. I mean, he looked pretty sloppy. Like I said, hands low. Wellington should be able to get that jab going, as you mentioned, just boom, 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 land some shots. Maybe mix in a takedown or two if he gets in trouble, or if he feels that Jared is tired, maybe capitalize on that opportunity. But Wellington's going to be the much better fighter in this matchup. The red flag is the chin, and I understand that. That's why I didn't play him, directly I have a parlay with him, but he should be better than Jared Gordon. He should win this fight. Or Jared Gooden, excuse me, but he should win this fight. Jake is a poor loser. What's going on here?
Not you. Some guy in the chat named Jake said Connecticut's the armpit of America. So Jake's just a poor loser. Can't handle Connecticut. It's too nice. Too much money.
I've been there, and I'll be honest with you. It was beautiful.
Oh, sorry, it wasn't the corn. Thank you so much. I was about to go in on Indiana, man. I was really about to go in on Indiana right there.
It really was beautiful.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's an amazing state. Anyway, so we're both on the same side here. You like made all these ridiculous sounds, but you also agree he's a little risky.
I don't think it's as risky as, if you're not betting somebody because they could get knocked out, you shouldn't place a bet ever.
It's not just knocked out. Jared Gooden has 100% takedown accuracy, and it's not just like he shot one takedown ever. He's got takedowns, and he's fast
dude anymore.
with them.
He's not that dude anymore.
Listen, I do think Wellington Turman wins, and what ends up happening is later in the week, this happens every freaking week. I place my bets early, about a week ahead of time, 2 weeks ahead of time sometimes. Then as the week goes on, I start looking, I start to be like, I don't really have enough bets here. And then I put together a few more bets. I will probably end up with like a Wellington Turman and somebody else and call it the risky favorites parlay. That's probably what's going to happen.
And call it their opponent suck parlay.
Well, I already got something like that going already.
And I have that as well.
The trash opponents parlay.
Literally.
It's less about the fighter and more about their opponent.
Yep,
I didn't realize you had that. Oh,
yep.
Well, congratulations. Oh, well, then you definitely have something with Zach Reese, but we'll talk about that in a minute. If you want to become
there's nothing more insecure than you trying to
talk about that.
Than you trying to cut me off before I can even talk. I mean, that's the funniest part about this whole thing. You're trying to like get ahead. You're just like a lawyer, right? Because the lawyer's got to take their time, and the prosecutor comes out and gives their little speech, and they know the defense is coming up, so they try and cut them off with everything ahead of time and jump out ahead of them. And this is what he's going to say, and this what, and you're going to hear this, and you're going to. I was on a jury before.
Angelo's smarter than me.
I was on a jury before. I know how it works.
Congrats on that. $9,000 in DraftKings. You trust Welly that much?
I think he might be able to get a finish, honestly.
I think he actually might, yeah.
And this could be one of those sneaky plays. I mean, I don't know if you're doing like a single entry and stuff. I don't think it's probably worth it because, like I said, 1 + 1 could equal 2 with a knockout. But he could be a sneaky, like optimal lineup play. Oh my god!
Because Jared Gooden can get finished, and Wellington Turman can finish typically by submission, not strikes. But if you want to become a premium member, unlock that. I'll get there. If you want to become a premium member, unlock the parlay Jacob talked about. Unlock all of our other bets. Go to WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member. It's only $10 a month, and you'll get everything anybody has ever needed to have some fun and have some success watching fights. We got a $50 super chat from Robert Pritchett. Robert says, giving you 2 tickets to UFC 296 Vegas. Can you take them? Look at your gram. Who's that?
Holy shit. I don't know. It's not on mine, I don't think. I got a lot of messages here, so let me go through them.
It ain't on mine. It's got to be yours because it's not on the We Want Picks Instagram. I answer all those messages.
I got a lot of.
Well, anyway, Robert, thank you very, very much for the $50 super chat. Jacob, I can't go to UFC 296. I've got children, and we actually have an event that day.
When is that? Oh, that's just in a few weeks. Yeah, I don't think I can go to that anyway.
And I'm probably going duck hunting that morning.
Oh, wow. Duck hunting. Priorities.
I've never done it before. But my buddy and I are probably going to head out.
I thought you've been duck hunting.
Dove hunting, never duck hunting.
I thought you went with Jay.
No, he's got all that land. I've never done it. What a joke. Thank you very much, Robert. This is genuinely appreciated. If this is a real offer.
I don't see a message, though.
Yeah. If it's a real offer.
Either way.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Either way, the super chat is appreciated. And thinking about us is appreciated as well. See all requests. No, there's nothing here. But we appreciate you, Robert, very, very much.
And
here we go. There's a funny comment.
Well, we have another $10, so.
Oh. Was it before the 50?
It was right after.
Oh, I don't have the alert on my side. Hold on. Oh, it didn't make the fancy picture. From Ty Nugent, video game controller evolves into a muscled version of itself under the... Oh, is this an image? Thank you very much, Ty.
Do you know how to say that last name?
Oh, no, you dated that chick, so you know how to say that. Jacob had dated a girl once. Go ahead. How do you say it?
Yeah, it's not Nguyen. It's just win.
I don't say Nguyen. I say
No, it's
Nugent.
just win. Yeah, it's just win. Ty win.
Well, thank you very much. Taiwan. UFC Taiwan was almost next week. No, that was Shanghai.
Shanghai. Now they're all in Vegas.
Now
That's
they're
only a
all in
10-fight
Vegas.
card.
So far, they'll slap some trash together to.
No, they just posted it. I think it's done.
UFC did? No. Well, it's a late
Via the
start
website.
time,
That
too.
was from, what's his name?
Big Marcel.
Big Marcel, baby.